Hi, this is Robert and Christian from Transpera with another video to show off some new functionality in Visual KPI. And today we're going to talk about numerical formatting and units of measure. So hi Christian, and why don't we just get started with numerical formatting?
Certainly. What you're looking at right now is a list of KPIs on a scorecard on both a desktop browser and an iPhone simulator. And what you're seeing is a bunch of different numbers here formatted differently. This is our system type formatting, our default out-of-the-box formatting. We try to do our best guess at how to format numbers and how precise those numbers should be. And what we've introduced now is the ability at a system level and at a KPI and value level to override that formatting. So let's go ahead and take a look how we override that at the system level. I'm going to go into my Visual KPI Designer. I'm going to go into the configuration section and choose website. And at the bottom here, we have a new row called default numeric format. And I'm going to go ahead and enter one. And what I want to do here is say, hey, I want to always show 3 decimal places. I'm going to hit save. And then if we go back and look at these screens now that we've saved that, you'll notice that they all have 3 decimal places. Now what I can do is, if that's good for most of my numbers, but not all of them, for instance, here we have a cost, and it doesn't make sense to show fractions of a penny, we can go ahead and change that formatting on a per KPI basis. So to do that, again, we go back to the Visual KPI Designer. I'm going to go into my KPIs here, in particular this one, cost. I'm going to say I want to show only 2 decimal places. And when I hit save on cost, and save my KPIs up, change that cost value, and I refresh, now you'll see cost is formatted to only 2 decimal places, while the rest of the site has the system override of 3 decimal places.
Great, so the default makes it very efficient and fast to configure your whole site to some defaults, and the override condition makes it very flexible and customizable. Great, so what is the unit of measure? Let's talk about that.
Sure, so unit of measure, it's nice to have. We didn't have that before when we used to tell customers put that in KPI names. Now we have the ability of actually having a unit of measure. So let's go ahead and enter a couple of them. It's quite simple. I'm going to do 2 of them. So I'm going to go back to my Visual KPI Designer, and power here, my UOM for power is megawatts in this case, and my UOM for cost is going to be dollars. And what I'm going to do is I now have, once I've entered the UOMs, I have the option of, do I just want to display the number? Do I want to display the number plus the UOM, or the UOM plus the number? Some symbols come before, some after, and we let you control that. So for the first one, I'm going to say number plus UOM, and for my cost, I'm going to do UOM plus number. I'm going to hit save, and go back and take a look at my screens here. Refresh both of them, and you can see here we have a megawatts value for power, and we have $1.51 for cost.
So that's great. So you could put in, like you showed dollars or megawatts, but also degrees of centigrade or Fahrenheit, or even degrees of heading, or really anything you want, correct?
That's correct.
Well, great. So that's a quick overview of this new functionality. Existing customers, if you want this, all you need to do is upgrade to the latest version. And new customers can just go to transpera.com to get more info and sign up for a free trial. Thank you for your time, Christian, and thanks for watching.